Hey, friends, and welcome back to another 5 minute hot take episode of Disgustingly Easy, the podcast for the long game, where I attempt to give you the lesson in 5 minutes or less. And I know lately they've gone a little bit over. So today's hot take is going to be short and sweet. If it only works, and when I say it, I'm talking about whatever your new health, fitness routine, your kick, whatever you're doing. If it only works in the short term, it is not a strategy, it is a liability. And I need you to really hear that. If your plan only works when you are highly motivated, well rested, your hormones are under control, your kids are sleeping through the night, work is calm, there is no travel, there is no stress, that is not a robust strategy. That is a fair weather fantasy. And fantasy collapses the minute real life shows up. We know that this is true. Now, here's why a quick fix feels so good. They create urgency, it removes ambiguity, it simplifies your decision making, and they give your brain a script. I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to do 4 sessions a week. I'm going to do 10,000 steps minimum, cut sugar, cut carbs, cut all the fun out of my life. And our brains love that clarity, especially if you're neurodivergent and overwhelmed. When life feels chaotic, intensity can feel really stabilizing. It gives you somewhere to focus. But intensity isn't stability, it's adrenaline, and adrenaline is expensive. Quick fixes spike your output, and they do not create infrastructure, build systems, they don't build capacity, they don't teach you how to regulate. It actually borrows energy from your future self because you can white knuckle your way through almost anything for 2 weeks, right? But what happens in week 3 when your kid brings home a sickness from daycare, when deadlines stack up, when your cycle changes and you're now in your luteal phase and everything feels awful, when you haven't had enough sleep? If the system collapses under normal life conditions, it was never strong to begin with, and it's not a personal failing. It was just fragile effort dressed up as discipline. And here's the part I want you to know. Every time you go all in, burn out, fall off, start again, you are reinforcing a narrative to yourself. You are telling yourself a story that you are inconsistent, that you can't follow through, that you always quit. But you didn't quit. The structure was not strong enough to hold you in the first place. And when the structure fails, it quietly erodes your self-trust. And this costs you more than the program ever did, because now you don't just lack a system, you lack belief in yourself. So let's define what a real strategy looks like, right? A real strategy works when you are at 40% capacity. It survives bad weeks. It adapts to stress. It scales up, it scales down, it protects your nervous system. It is boringly repeatable. If your plan requires perfect conditions, extreme willpower, high energy, hyper focus, and a dramatic effort just to function, it is not a strategy. So here's the reframe. Before you start anything new, I want you to ask yourself, will this still work 6 weeks in? Or in winter when it's dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Is it going to work during school holidays? Is it going to work when I haven't had a good enough sleep? Is it going to work in the middle of a really chaotic month at work? And if the answer is no, you need to lower the intensity and increase the repeatability. Build it for your worst week, not your best Monday. Because in the long game, we don't build shiny 2 week bursts. We build infrastructure. We build capacity. We build systems because we know that consistency over the long term beats intensity every single time. If your plan only works in the short term, that's not impressive. That's inefficient. And you deserve so much better than that. If you need a plan, if you need support, if you want a strategy, if you want to know where to find all of this and actually get your wheels turning towards the results you're actually after, remember, all you have to do is send me a DM that says ready, and we can have a conversation about you coming across to the long game. Of course, in the meantime, remember, when nothing is certain, anything is possible. You've got this, and I've got you.